Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. We're going to be talking about Hbar, understanding what's happening with the price of Hbar, and of course, what we could be expecting going into Friday morning. Shout out to you guys, for tuning in on a regular basis. I cannot thank you guys enough. Continue supporting, and of course, you guys know you will see a continuation of these updates. But looking across the market, you're seeing a 50-50. You're seeing some coins up quite a bit, but at the same time you're still seeing some coins down right now. As far as the tariffs announcement goes, of course, in terms of the resolution, of course there's no resolution in place as of yet. And of course, China and U.S. are kind of going back and forth, with the tariffs. U.S. announced, I think, 147, and then China announced, I think, 87 to 93%, or give or take. But anyhow, of course, in terms of a resolution, as I've stated to you guys before, is very important. But so far, the market is not seeing as much fear as to what we have seen over the last few days. So Hbar's price is, up 1.7%. It's one of the very few coins that's still up right now over the course of the last 24 hours, with the price currently remaining at that 17 cents price point. Also up 3.8% in Bitcoin. Comparative market cap back above $7 billion, to be exact, $7.2 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at $426.4 million. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So we're going to start off by obviously, examining and taking a look at, what's happening with the dominance index here. So once again, you're actually seeing the dominance pulling down literally over the last 24 hours from 63.57% all the way down to 63.12%. Pretty much, retesting some of the levels we haven't seen since for about, I would say, 4 to 5 days. But even though we made our way down to 63.1%, you can see the dominance is once again picking up traction. Looking at BTC, on the other hand, Bitcoin, it did make its way down to 78.5. Of course, when we did hear, these tariffs being announced once again. But you are seeing, Bitcoin reacting in a positive way, once again bouncing itself back above $80,000. I think, the main picture here is that, in terms of a bigger picture, people are starting to realize, majority of the countries are, willing to kind of work up and come up with some sort of a resolution in regards to, these tariffs. But of course, right now, we still need to be examining, the U.S. and China, situation, because I think that is quite a big one to not ignore. But anyhow, if you're looking at BTC, of course, like I said, good thing. But let's take a look at what's happening with Hbar right now, because of course, that is what everyone wants to see. I really want to show you guys the daily time frame here to show you guys, where we currently are, and what are some next price targets that are something that we could be looking out forward to. So you can see this for yourself. As you can see, as of recording this update, we are in this blue zone, and this blue zone is the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level. And let's kind of focus on the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level from the 2021 levels. You can see this for yourself. This zone has significant amount of resistance, especially around this 18.8 cents. This used to be a very important support for us, in this specific cycle. But even this year, literally this year, that exact same level did come as a support line for us as we were accumulating within the 78.6 range. But now, as the price is trying to head towards the upside, that same exact support, which of course is playing as a resistance now, is coming as obviously a major hurdle for the price. But if you're looking at it on the hourly time frame, let's kind of give it a refresh live and kind of take a look at the hourly time frame. You're starting to see a nice accumulation pattern playing out. Even though we did see Bitcoin going down to 78.5, you still did not see Hbar retesting the 15.5 cents price point. So I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Of course, it's not seeing what people want to see, of course, which again is the 61.8 retest, which we haven't been above since pretty much March 9th. So it's been a month since the price of Hbar was back in the 61.8. Of course, now you guys know how important the 61.8 Fibonacci level really is, because of the fact that, if we are able to break out, this could, be a big indication that, we could be in for a reversal. But right now, the fact that we are back above this key resistance is something nice to see. So far, so good. Of course, you want to be breaking out of this key resistance that I've discussed with you guys around that 18 cents price point. If it's able to do that, I do personally believe we could reclaim, the March 25th levels quite fast. But one step at a time. Obviously, you like us, those other factors we still need to consider. Let me know down below what you guys think. We'll see you later. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.